Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Shadowrun Returns with me, Cornish-Knight. We are in the Seamstresses Union. We've just got past the bouncer here. We are going to talk to some people. There's Mrs. Kabuto, who is the proprietor of this establishment. Let's see, Johnny Clean. What does he have to say? One thing I will say is getting to talk to people in this game is a bit challenging. Johnny Clean, the man is dressed like a janitor but is wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, rather thin, and has a cunning look in his eye and says that he's more than just a maintenance man. Plus he's got like implants, which most janitors probably don't have. Howdy, name's Johnny Clean. You new? Yeah, first time, just getting a look at the place. I'll mind my business, you'll mind yours. I imagine you see all sorts of things in a place like this, eh? Let's go with that one. True, quite true. I keep my mouth shut about it too. But that's the secret of keeping a job here and staying alive in general, got to say. See you around. Who's Nog? Do you have any love potions? We also picked up some mightily lovely looking threads. So let's talk to Nog. Come on. Oh look, he's got like magical runes and armour. Covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes. The troll does not seem fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once, but with entities you can neither see nor hear. Mutter, I told you it's not like that at all. Mutter, bring me proof and you shall have it. Mutter, I am honoured, your majesty. This is the thing, I should be able to see these things because I am also like a mage as well. Mutter, that was why I said to use mustard instead of ketchup. Mutter, forgive me Jane, I was a fool. Mutter, he looks you in the eye, his other conversations on hold. You may peruse my magical wares and see their glory. Okay, so this is the bloke we buy magical spells from. Right, how much money we've got? 1,500. What do we want to have? Flamethrower is nice. Mana bolt. Powerful magical bolt that ignores normal armor and targets willpower. Ooh, weaken armor. Haste is always a nice one. Oh, that's a shaman's. Psychodept. Require spiritual summon. Summon a force 1 elemental. Well, let's get increases target armor by 1 last 2 rounds. Flamethrower is always nice. That does damage 10, ignores normal armor and targets willpower, so that might be nice to have actually. So we'll grab that. That takes 2 turns. And we'll grab weaken armor and distract. Do I want to grab flamethrower as well? Yeah, let's grab flamethrower as well. So we've bought a fairly good chunk of stuff. So we can only switch one out. Ooh, I take it that, okay. Mana Bolt is like the basic spell. Right, so what do we want to have? That gains 1 armor last 2 turns. Well, I'd rather shoot people with magic. Reduces their accuracy by 12%, decreases their armor by 1 for 2 turns. That's always nice. Yeah, I like this setup. So finally we actually have some decent spells. We can't talk to her on here, so let's talk to Mrs. Kabuto. Mrs. Kabuto, Mrs. Kabuto watches you across the room, sizing you up as you approach. As you get close, you can see that she's of mixed race, African and Japanese. Her demeanour says, "This is my house, mess with it at your peril," but her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. Konbanwa, good evening. It's true what they say, good things come in small packages. Are you enjoying the Seamstresses Union? I can see he's making a height joke. Seamstresses Union, there should be plenty for a woman like you to enjoy. She eyes you closely, always discuss business. Business? I am tempted to ask what's upstairs. So, but not tempted enough. She laughs. Tell me, Omei, what is it you're looking for? I'm looking for information. She eyes you suspiciously. Of course, you are knowledge is power, near. So I've been told. Soka, and why should I help you? I do love this blend of Japanese and English. Sam Watson looking for his killer. Sam sent me. I'm hunting the Ripper. Jack sent me. So is Jack's. It means it keeps my association with Watts out of the way. I'm glad to hear that Jack Amitagi is alive again. He lives an interesting life very well. If Jack sent you to me, I will help you. What do you want to know? How well did you know Sam? Did you see Sam on the night of his death? Why is this place called the Seamstresses Union? Let's see, why is this place called the Seamstresses Union? During the Gold Rush years, there was a census, and the politicians wanted a high number as possible to gain power and revenue. To bolster their numbers, they decided to include all the working girls, of which there were many, to the rolls. However, given the times, they could not list the girl's true occupation, so they entered them all as seamstresses. When a girl accumulated enough money to open her own place of business, she named it the Seamstresses Union, so potential workers would know they would be treated fairly there, and thus a rich tradition was born. So you're a former seamstress? Nope. Perhaps when we know each other more I will reveal more about myself, but for now enjoy the union. What did you know about Sam? You interrupt. I knew him. We all did. Sam was regular here. Whenever he could beg or borrow enough new yen to become altered in some way, drugs, chips, alcohol, it didn't matter to Sam as long as he was bent. He was always looking for his next fix. He clung to this place like it was his lifeline, and we treated him as part of the family, even if none of us truly liked him except Quixote. Did you see Sam on the night of his death? He was there, quite inebriated, as he often was. Quixote was working the bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with other customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Coolwee, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested Jack escort Sam out the back door to the alley. That was the last I saw either of them. One more question, can you tell me where I can find Quixote? Face darkens. Would that I could. I've not seen her in 2 days. She's a smart woman and quite dangerous, but I fear for her. If she's dangerous, why do you fear for her? If she's smart, why fear for her? I'm sure she can take care of herself. If she's dangerous, why fear for her? Please, if you are what I think you are, you know there's always someone more dangerous. Indeed, or something more dangerous. Nothing like making a magical spell go wrong and it jumps out and eats your brains. Her room is upstairs. If you're looking for her, I invite you to examine it. You might be able to uncover her whereabouts. I would not normally betray her privacy in this way, but she's missed 2 shifts now and cannot be reached on her comm. It's unlike her. If something has happened, I would not have inaction on my conscience. Here is the key. Does he have anything else to say? Nope. Okay. So we've got some spells, we've got some gear. Right, so we've got a locked door. They suspect us into her room. Into the owner's room. Yeah, I can't hack it. If I was like a decker, we could probably get in. But we can't, okay. And a couple of rooms here. And someone who really doesn't keep the washing machines clean. So who's in here? Anything of interest? I do love the art style of this game. I do love the Shadowrun setting. It's a very interesting universe. Nothing of interest. So we're going to this room. Okay, this must be her room because there's quest markers. We'll have a look in here first. Looks like Quixote keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. Computer terminal. The stand is light with action movies and cigarette butts. A frame painting of the Chicago skyline done stylized silhouettes. Cody's bed has a diary with several papers sticking out of it. Open diary on the first page. There's a referee stuck between the pages and the diary entry. Read the diary entry, inspect your receipt, flip to a different page. Read the diary entry. I've come back from my shift to find 4 of Parko's goons sleeping on my apartment floor. It's getting frigging ridiculous. I want to be with him, with the real Paku. The real Parko, but this cutter Drek keeps messing everything up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. It's how I make cash, baby, he always says. I try to tell him he doesn't need the cash. I can support us both with what I make in the Seamstresses Union, but he still goes on those runs with those bozos all over the floor. I feel like he's just seeing how far he can push me before I kick him out. I try to be patient, but why does it have to be all one way? Inspect receipt. A receipt for the Browning max-powered pistol from Gin Park downstairs with a note saying how big guns on hot women turn her on. Okay, that's not good. So she bought a gun and she's falling out with her boyfriend. Flip to a different page. Second page. The paper has the paper has a handwritten poem on it and a diary entry. Read the diary entry. Sometimes it seems as Paku reads my mind or my diary. Maybe he does the latter. I wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Paku. Ever since last week he hasn't mentioned the cutters once. He leaves the apartment saying, I'll see you in a few hours, babe, and returns later without commenting. I don't know if it's really going to help us to avoid the subject in the conversation completely, but I feel better without our constant arguing about it. Read the poem. Let's just say that Paku should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. Yeah. Open the third paper. There is a receipt and note photograph stuck between the pages. Look at the picture. The picture shows a young girl with caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yet she is smiling. The back of the photograph has shadow scrawled on it. Inspect receipt. An ACOD receipt for a special order, 5 pounds of zebra meat from Murray's Meat Emporium, located near Pike Place Market. Flip to a different page. Read the fourth page. A receipt for a wall safe installed near the bathroom door. Set the combination 342436. Alright. Safe beeps cheerfully and responds and swings open. Filch frag grenade. She's got a frag grenade? Who keeps a frag grenade in a safe? Oh, we can't hack this. Coach's computer's ancient, probably fished out of a junkyard. Which is ironic because it looks rather modern to me. It doesn't even have a data jack, and that cracked display is covered with fingerprints. Tapping the keyboard causes the dust-caked fans to spin up, only to display a screen password. Without a password, the only other option of the screen is password recovery. Let's try that. Please answer 3 security questions to reset the password. Your first childhood pet. Let's go with Shadow, because that's what the snake was called. Your favourite musical act. The Shadows, because that's what the snake was called. Answer 3. What is the name of your hometown? Let's go with Chicago, because he's got a picture of it. Our security answers were incorrect. Okay. Well, let's go with Shadow. problem is there's no clues. Oh, we might just try to brute force it. Starfire? I'm pretty sure it's Chicago, because you got a poster of it. So it is Starfire. Interesting. I don't know where that clue was. There was nothing in the journals or anything about Starfire. Maybe that was supposed to be a guess. Your password has been reset to NQPABDST. For security, never write down your password. The computer have a basic list of applications. Let's check the calendar. 3 days ago, meet Dahlia about gig. Today, meet Paku for date at Pike Place Market, due in 30 minutes. Contacts. Quixote's contact list is exactly one entry, someone named Paku. There is no comlink number or other contact information for him available. Does not seem like a very useful list of contacts. Access history. Quick scanner for recent searches show that Quixote has been reading a great deal about hellhounds. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. It also suggests more than a casual interest in vintage action figures. I don't like the sound of that. Find Quixote, speak with Mrs. Kabuto. Oh boy, okay. So we got 5 karma points, which we could spend. I do want some more body. I really want some more body. I'll get blown to bits if I'm not careful. The problem with taking biotech stuff, that's for the Matrix, willpower, chi. I mean, I could get something in basic spirit summoning points available. Used by Samus to summon spirits, the higher the skill, the more powerful the spirit summons. I mean, I could basically get one. Increase a spellbook slot if not let unlocked. But it would take up a slot to basically do it. No, I'm okay, I'll save my last point. So what we've got: fletching frag grenades, Filetti's basic frag grenade. Yeah, we look badass, but and we've got a basic AK-97, powerboat, mana ball, some basic spells. This is going to be fun. I'm going to have to try. I get the feeling we can't get through that door, and I can't hack the dang thing anyway. Right, we're down here. Let's talk to Miss Kabuto. How can I help you? Do you know a Paku? He's a gangster, a member of the Cutters. He's a good kid in a nasty line of work. I warned Quixote against getting too attached to the type. They don't live long. Have you heard of Murray's Meat Emporium? Her face twists in disgust. No, I'm a vegetarian. You're lost, lady. Not that I'm... It's interesting, actually. Vegetarianism is really interesting. I wonder how it works in this world, because obviously there's so much like synthetic meat and stuff in the what they call like the fifth world, like in Shadowrun in 2079. It's like so much synthetic stuff that it's more likely you're going to be eating like tofu disguised as meat than if you're actually going to be eating meat. But then again, you've got plants in this universe that talk, so how does that work? I mean, like, do you want to eat a sentient, like, plant? Like a carrot starts talking, like, please, don't eat me. Do you know Jin Parks? Did you know Jin Parks sold Quixote a gun recently? I'll be more surprised if he didn't. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers, but around here you need a gun just to take the trash out to the dumpster. Yeah, I had that feeling. Quixote has a date with Paku. Probably Parko. Let's go in Parko, with Parko at Pike's Place Market in half an hour. If you would go down there, it might bring me peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. It should be able to get you there in time. Gambate kudasai. Good luck. That's basically actually that's Yoroshiku smash. Sorry, I'm trying to remember my Japanese. Come on. Yes, it's just doing anything new. He's just got the same. And the problem is, I like some of these things, but I don't want to like. The problem is that I suffer from my fear of in D&D that like cross specialization, though powerful, weakens your character in the long run. Hacker, let's talk to her. Did you sell Browning max power to Quixote the bartender? Hey lady, I'm discreet, I don't talk about my clients or what they buy, bad for biz. However, I'm sure she would recommend me if she was a customer, which I'm not saying she is. She can't recommend you if she's dead. Did she say anything about why she wanted it? Of course, I expect no less. Listen, Quixote's missing and Miss Kabuto asked me to find her. I just need to know whatever you know. Let's go with that one. Whatever Miss Kabuto wants, I didn't realise Quixote was missing. She said she was expecting to encounter some kind of paranormal animal at close range. I recommended the Ares Predator, but she couldn't afford it, so she went for the Browning max power. Need some hardware. She's got to take on Hellhounds. I got that feeling. She's got the feeling of Hellhounds. Okay. I really need some. See any in no, her dialogue stuff is over. He's selling clothes, so let's get this done. Take the cab to Pike's Place Market. Pike's Place Market. You catch a cab from the tourist villa to Pike Place Market for a quiet ride that takes you from probably going to be lighted streets and unbarreled shops, all living beneath the shadows of massive corporation arcologies. For many, those arcologies are home. For others, they're hulking monuments to what the world went when the world went wrong. Famous for its fishmongers, Pike's Place Market has been around since the early 1900s, overlooking the bay. Now it's a market for all things illegal and illegal, a melting pot of the haves and have-nots. Even though most of the shops are closed, the sights, sounds, and smells of the market hit you for the moment you step out the cab. Sorry, just having a drink of water. Yeah, Universal Brotherhood, Cherry Bomb's boyfriend was talking to Patrick, and a dwarf. Tittlebits. Join us and change the world. Tittlebits junk shop. What do you want? Patrick. A handsome young man turns away from the crowd and fixes you with his full, complete, undivided attention. Mom, you are a beautiful dwarf, but you could be so much more. What are you selling? That sounds great. Tell me more. I have to go now. What are you selling? I'm not selling anything. We are giving away secrets to the more fulfilling, happy, and productive lives. Okay, I'll bite. What's the secrets to a more fulfilling, happy, productive life? The first step is simply to come and listen tomorrow night. Lane Teslin Telestrain. Elaine Telestrain will be speaking about the importance of family in the Sixth World. The Sixth World is basically what like the Shadowrun world is. It's like the new world basically. Please join us tomorrow, and the secrets to a better life will be revealed to you. He smiles and turns back to the crowd. Yeah, because weird cult-like brotherhoods never end well. Refurbished flowers for sale. Synth juice for sale, just fabbed today. I did not like the sound of that. Tall Lady Dread. Okay, that looks like, who's this? Paku. Alright, this Paku. Okay. The kid in front of you sports trademark yellow of the Cutter's gang. Young, clean-shaven, he stands like he owns the street and everyone on it. He seems distracted though, glancing around with increased agitation. He looks over at you as you approach. Watch yourself, little lady, what do you want? You would happen to be looking for your Quixote, would you? Are you Paku? Paku? Careful, kid, you Paku? What for? Who the hell are you? I'm Cornish-Knight. I'm looking for Quixote. I need to ask some questions. I'm the one who's going to pretend you have a better manners. I need to find Quixote. Relax, we're on the same team. I'm Cornish-Knight. I was just at the union. Your girlfriend's gone missing, and I'm helping to find her. I'm Cornish. I don't want to say. Let's go with that one. I need you to tell me what, and I need to tell me why you think that that's my problem. I'm not her boss. Find her yourself. I was just at the union. She's missed 2 shifts, and Miss Kabuto hasn't been able to reach her on her comm. The tough guy swagger seems to drain out of Paku. The cutter is gone, and before you stands a kid in a yellow jacket that doesn't quite fit. Quixote's missing? Oh man, that would explain. She was supposed to meet me here half an hour ago. Look, sorry for getting in your face like that. What else do you know? If she's missing, I need to find her. Do you know a fix by the name of Mr. Delia? Quixote had a meeting with him a few days ago. Ever heard of a place called Murray's Meat Market? Quixote had a recipe for some zebra meat from there. What, you've been rummaging through our stuff? Yeah, that shop's just down the block. What the hell would she need zebra meat for? Beats me. Did you know a fixer by name Mr. Delia? Quixote had a meeting with him a few days ago. I know him, so Blake doesn't allow any cutters to take side gigs though, so I've got no reason to deal with him. Quixote hasn't said anything about taking new work. Wait a minute, Drek. I know where she went. Damn. Why couldn't she wait? Damn it. Paku, slow down. Where did she go? Tell me where she went. The Royal Apartment. The landlord, Steve J, runs a drug ring out of that hellhole. Quixote grew up there, didn't like to talk about it much. She's been looking for a way to settle the score with that guy for years. A few days back I heard Mr. Delia was looking for runners to steal some sort of item out from under Steve J's nose. She must have taken the job, I'm sure of it. And if his thugs caught her. There's a grin of determination in Parker's face. I'm going over there. You coming? I'm in, don't worry, I'll get her back. Well, she's my only lead. Let's do this before I change my mind. I'll help you get Quixote back, but you better be able to handle yourself in the fight. Things might get ugly. Of course, I know my way around a fight. Steve J better be ready for a world of hurt. Paku curls his hand into a fist. Now let's get moving. Varol is just a few blocks from here. The kid in front of you... Yeah. Has it basically locked? Hold on, let's just get... Right. Yeah, let's get... Yeah, it must have done a stupid... What the heck is that? It's some kind of robotic pig? Is it like a dummy or something? I don't really want to know. I've got a dog on a stick here. Man, you look like you've got a junk heap instead. Murray's Meat Emporium. Okay. Oh. The small meat stand presents an enormous diversity of dead animals, from cows to canine to the exotic and paranormal. The pictures on the back of the stand feature much older versions of the man in front of you. As soon as you notice Paku, the proprietor's eyes become hard and angry. What do you want? You know we can't afford any more. Relax, man, my friend just wants to ask a question. You must be Murray. Do I look like a fat old man to you? I'm Manny. Murray's my dad. Now what do you want? What would someone want to buy zebra meat for? Do you know someone named Quixote? I have a receipt from an order of zebra meat. Still have it for me. What's your problem with Paku? Do you know someone named Quixote? Nope. Don't go into much of that same stuff. I have a receipt for zebra meat. What would someone to buy zebra meat for? Some people eat it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Tough as nails. We mostly sell it to cop security teams who use it to reward for hellhounds. The flames go crazy for the stuff for some reason. Oh Drek, that's why Coyote wanted the zebra meat. Everyone talks about the pet hellhounds that CJ keeps locked up somewhere in the Royal, and has never picked it up. I have a receipt for zebra meat. Still have it before me. I'll look it up. Yeah, got it right here. 2 days past pick-up time. Don't think anyone's going to come for it here. It's all yours now. What's your problem with Paku? Why don't you ask him? What the hell is that supposed to mean? It means that your gang likes to stroll through here and relieve our merchants for New Yen. My dad stood up to them, and he's still in hospital. Look, that's not my problem. I'm at the bottom of the cut-us ranks anyway. I couldn't do Drek about that even if I wanted to. Tell that to my dad. Don't have time for this. We need to find Quixote. We have some more questions. That's everything. So you wanted the zebra meat for the hellhounds. That's not. Oh, there's a police. Ooh, that's not good. As your eyes adjust to the flash of light, you spot the body of a woman dead on the pavement behind the police line. Panic spreads across Paku's face. Oh no, is that Coyote? This isn't happening. God damn it! Pull yourself together. Take a look. Is that her? Paku, breathe. Take a closer look. Is that her? Paku steps forward and breathes a huge sigh of relief. No, it's not her, thank God. Look, let's not hang out here too long, alright? Too many Lone Star pigs around. Paku looks over at the victim again. It's too bad. Whatever happened to her? I'm not going to let anything like that happen to Quixote. Oh, she's had her eyes ripped out. Another Ripper murder. Ripper took her eyes. Officer Landers. A tall, emotionless Lone Star officer blocks entry to the crime scene. Behind her you spot the lively face of an organ grinder coroner Dresden. This is an active Lone Star investigation. Please step away from the barrier. What happened here, officer? Let me through, please. I need to talk. Close look at the body. I'm here to see Coroner Dresden. And who might you be? Dresden. It's alright, officer. She's with me. Dresden steps up to the barrier with a warm grin. The officer looks at you with a poorly concealed skepticism. Okay, make it quick. Oh, lordy day. She looks. Officer Algorri. Officer Algorri, a plainclothes Lone Star officer before you sports a tacky hat and a crooked grin to match. And a massive scar on his face as well. So you're the one who's working for the dead man, eh? McCluskey warned you might be sniffing around after the Ripper. Lucky for you, I got here before McCluskey. I'm Officer Algorri. Pleased to meet you. Now, seeing as this crime scene is going nowhere fast, what can I do for you? What can you tell me about the murder that took place here? I take it you and McCluskey don't exactly meet eye to eye. Do you have any leads on the Ripper that I should know about? Thank you for your time, officer. Nothing. Thanks for nothing. Let's go with this one. Not much, really. We know it was about 3 hours ago, and we know that her eyes have been surgically removed. Don't need Dresden to figure that much out. He's been looking over the body though, so he might have more. Me, I've been scanning the rest of the scene and looking for witnesses, but no luck so far. Damn Ripper might as well be a ghost. I take it you and McCluskey don't exactly see eye to eye. Do you know anything leads I should know about? Let's try that one. Let's just say McCluskey and I have conflicting interests. Do you have any leads at the Ripper that I should know about? I have plenty if you aren't McCluskey, but the truth is we're as clueless as you probably are. Thanks for your time, officer. Hey, hold up a minute. You haven't put in a donation to the Lonely Orphans Fund. Lonely Orphans Fund? Yeah, see, we make a contribution to a fund. I put you on the list and let you know that next time we find any orphans that might be of interest. Well, I'm always interested in finding out about any new orphans you discover. You discover, I see, so this is a bribe. Right. 300 new yen? Even 100 yen would make a difference for any orphan these days. Let's give them the 300 new yen. It would be good to have inside information, I reckon. His face splits into one green. Excellent, I'll start an account for you. We'll get any useful new any useful new leads on the Ripper, I'll give you a call. Now I'll better get back to work before McCluskey shows up. See you around. How much money do I have left? Where's my new yen? There we go. 500. Right, we've got enough money to put some stuff into. Could pop another lock in spellbook, increase your spellbook slot. That would be useful. Confirm. Okay. Right, so unfortunately I have to get to a locker, or at least get somewhere where I can mess around my inventory. Curses. Right, we've talked to him. So what brings you out here, hot on the trail of the dead man's killer? Coincidence, believe it or not. I take it I stumbled across another Ripper murder. Hardly. See another Ripper victim. Coincident, believe it or not. Yeah, that's what it looks like. As you can see, the Ripper went for the eyes this time. Pretty clean work. I've got to hand it to him. Our Ripper knows what he's doing, or she, I suppose. What do we know about the victim? Let's do the top one. Let's not know about the victim. Well, not much. Dresden scratches his head absent-mindedly, probably breaking some sort of sanitation protocol. She's been dead for about 3 hours. Her name was Lucy Warden. Worked at the Stuffer Sack just around the corner. Looks like she was just leaving work when it happened. Can you tell me if she was subdued in some way before her eyes were removed? That's the strangest thing. They didn't seem to be any signs of a struggle, not a single bruise on her body, yet she was clearly alive when her eyes were taken. Died of blood loss shortly after. Yeah, I can imagine. Actually, I'm trying to remember. I suppose you would die of blood loss from the eyes if they had your eyes surgically removed. As to what knocked her out, I won't know until I can run some tests back at the lab. I thought you ran the Redmond franchise. Isn't Pike Place a little far from home? Yeah, well, I don't really mind changing scenery. Dresden laughs. The coroner for downtown branch is out on maternity, so I told management that I could cover for her on this one. Plus, I want the sickle court. Any signs of magical use here? Are there any evidence of unusual explosions in the alley? There was evidence of an unusual explosion in the alley where Sam died. Now there's an interesting thought. No, nothing obvious though. I'm sure McCluskey showed up. He would call in a full magical forensic team though, just be sure. So the Ripper takes Samwat's liver, this woman's eyes. Any theories? Trophies of some sort, I suppose. Probably some symbolic significance to the killer. Beyond that, I couldn't speculate. Either that or he's making a golem or something, a flesh golem. Those things actually do exist. That could be pretty worrying. Sergeant Argers over there seems pretty friendly. Can I trust him? He chuckles. Yeah, that sounds about right. Any opportunity to get in McCluskey's way, he'll take it. A bit of a sleaze, sure, but I'll take Algorri over McCluskey any day of the week. That's enough question for now. Thanks, Dresden. Hey, I'll figure if I help you out, there's a better chance to get this scumbag off the streets a little sooner, declares Dresden. McCluskey wants the Ripper in a cell, sure, but he doesn't care. He couldn't care less if it takes another dozen murders. Good luck out there, eh? Dresden starts to turn back to the boy, then stops. Speaking of McCluskey, you should probably get going soon before he shows up. And who's this weirdo? Elf. Yeah, he's not sinister at all, or wearing a lab coat and gloves. That wasn't a giveaway. The elf standing before you might quite possibly be the ugliest elf you've ever seen. His meticulously clean lab coat, format jacket and old-fashioned bow tie give him the look of an undertaker from centuries past. He notices you approach and locks eyes with you, smiling, a thin, unnerving smile. Hello there, stranger. Might I inquire, do you know which organ grind facility this body will be removed to? Who's asking? Why would you want to know something like that? Well, I don't even know how it could be that ugly. Let's go with that one. The elf giggles a strange, high-pitched warble you might not expect to emerge from his misshapen face. Oh, just a hobby, never mind that though. A good evening to you and your friend, the coroner. Yeah, that wasn't weird at all. Dresden looks up and grins based across his face. Need something else? Any fascinating new lead? Did you notice the particularly ugly elf standing over there in the crowd earlier? Huh? Where? Dresden scans the spectators surrounding the crime scene. He's gone now, but he was asking about the body, wondering which organ grinder facility it would be taken to. Interesting. Well, that's one might be. Those who might be interested in procuring some of her parts saw, but that's pretty poor form to inquire at the site of a murder. An ugly elf, eh? I'll keep an eye out. Shouldn't be hard to spot if he comes back. Can't talk to anyone. Can't get through there. I'm pretty sure we can't get through there either. Let's go down here. Maybe there's something we can use. Oh, we are out of the time for days, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Cornish-Knight. If you have liked, please click that like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow you can follow me on Twitter or on Steam, or leave a comment in the comment section. I love Shadowrun. I love the Shadowrun universe, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.